Colorado High School Activities Association Baseball is on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network this afternoon from Merchants Park in Lamar. It's a non-league clash as the visiting Brush Bee Diggers take on the Lamar Savages, and first pitch about to be thrown here by the left-hander for Lamar will set the lineup to Ty Griffith. Swing and a miss. Hard-throwing left-hander as the opening pitch in this game. Brought to you by Equitable Savings and Loan. Mobile banking on the go makes banking easier for you when you're on the go. Check them out today. And the offering. Swung on and grounded foul up the third base side. No balls and 2 strikes. We'll get to the Bee Digger starting lineup as a whole. They started right on time, which is the protocol. No balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. And that is up and away from Tyler McTaggart. A left-hander at first base is Coy Spitz. Deshaun Martinez at second. Eric Aguilar's at third baseman. Carson Carrera at short. And the pitch. Swung on and grounded foul up the third base side. On a very breezy day in Lamar, as you can imagine, the game time temperature and even 70 degrees. Cale Buxton in left. Austin Thacker's in right. Swung on and grounded to third, and on 3 hops, a long throw to first is going to be late. Oh, in time! I thought he beat it out. Oh, man, Aguilar throws out Griffith, but it looked like he beat it out, and Ace Wellen, the first base coach, doesn't like that. Neither does Tom Odo at third, and there's one down, but, boy, that looked like it was a late throw over there at third base, and there's one down here for Kyle Wellen. The Bee Diggers hitting .380 as a team. And Lamar at .299. Yeah, I wish I had a replay on that. There's no doubt he was safe to me. And that changeup is up and away. The Bee Diggers starting lineup is brought to you by Buildings by Design. When it comes to experience, Buildings by Design is the best in the business. Quality, commitment, and experience makes Buildings by Design the only choice when it comes to your next project. And the breaking ball is in there for a strike. Lamar's won 5 straight. They're 8-3. The Bee Diggers at 6-3 have won 4 in a row. And the pitch, and that's a fastball off the plate. Ball 2, strike 1. Batting third for the Bee Diggers is the shortstop Braxton Shelton. Cesar Hinojos is the cleanup hitter. Izzy Hernandez will bat 5th. Alejandro Matos Garcia hits 6th. Ivan Cardenas, the right fielder, hits 7th. The pitch swung on and lifted to left field and to his left and going back, and it's going to go over the head of the left fielder. Wellens around first. Now the ball's bobbled out there into second. It'll be a 1-out double. Looked like Cale Buxton might have had a play, but the ball kept sailing. And Wellens on second here for Braxton Shelton. And he gave that a ride. The ball is carrying here in Lamar. Austin Thacker in right, and behind the plate is Riker Radcliffe. Shelton has homered in 4 consecutive games. And he's facing a lefty. And the pitch swung on, line, base hit into center field. That's going to score Wellen easily. In fact, Shelton's going to go for 2. The ball rolls all the way to the wall. Wellen scores. It's an RBI double for Shelton, going right back through the box on that line drive, and the Bee Diggers lead 1-0, 3 batters into the game. And that thing was roped right up the middle. And let me tell you, that is some thin grass out there because that ball just kept rolling and rolling, and they were shading him to left center. So 2 doubles, one by Wellen, one by Shelton. Here's Cesar Hinojos. The stretch and the offering. Swung on and grounded. Foul down the third base side. Oh, that was almost going to be another double here for the Bee Diggers, who have 2 extra base hits in the opening inning. And a 1-0 lead. And if you travel all the way to Lamar, you don't travel here to lose. You don't travel here to mess around. You get out on top. The Bee Diggers in their gold uniforms with the gray pants. Lamar in their all-white uniforms with the orange numerals and lettering. And the offering. Swung on and hit off the end of the bat, foul up the first base side, although they're going to have to, and nice job by McTaggart getting a glove on that because that ball was starting to trickle towards the line. And it's no balls and 2 strikes on Cesar Hinojos. Hinojos going into the game hitting .273. Shelton leads off of second. He doubled in Kyle Wellen. No balls and 2 strikes. On deck is Izzy Hernandez, the pitch. And that's down and in with a fastball. 1-2. Here to Hinojos. The stretch. And the offering. Swung on, tapped foul up the third base side. Same count here to Hinojos. He's just fighting off pitches right now. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 out, 1-0 Brush. Top of the first inning in Lamar at Merchants Park. Hinojos calls time. And the Bee Diggers have a busy week. They'll be hosting Sterling on Thursday. Kevin Fergus will have the call that game. And then on Saturday, I'll be in Sterling for that road game. Shelton with about a 5-step lead. Martinez cheating in at second. And the offering. Swung on, that is popped up in the infield on the left side. Let's see if the shortstop Carrera is going to call for it. Backs up and makes the catch. Of course, the wind is certainly playing tricks with that baseball. We saw that at Coors Field yesterday. 2 misplays in left field, 1 by each team. And there's 2 down. 2 down for Izzy Hernandez getting the start today. And Izzy hitting .500, a limited number of at-bats. And let's see if he can come through for Brush. Off the base hit. The RBI double from Shelton. He steps out. By the way, the first Bee Digger run brought to you by Western Engineering Consultants. Engineering and consulting services for all of your projects. Strong commitment to their clients' needs sets them apart. At Western Engineering Consultants, grounder to third, charging, fielding, throwing on the run, and that's going to be offline. And reaching is going to be Hernandez. And that'll be an error on the third baseman, Aguilar. Good throw would have had him, and now first and second, Shelton had to hold. Well, I guess that evens things up a bit because the bottom line is that Ty Griffith looked like he beat his out. Yeah, being scored as a hit over there, but I'm scoring that as an error. That didn't look like a hit to me. A good throw gets him easily. Here is Hondo. His last game, a grand slam and a 3-run homer the pitch. And that changeup is down and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Yeah, 2 homers and 7 RBIs for Hondo, trying to help his own cause. He's the starting pitcher today for Brush. 2 on and 2 out. 1-0 Brush. In the top of the first inning, the stretch. And McTaggart, the left-hander, to the plate. Swung on and fouled at the plate. Went with the off-speed pitch, and the count levels at 1 ball and 1 strike. And because Hondo tore it up so nicely against Resurrection Christian, his average went up as well. And the pitch is over for a strike at the knees. He's at .444. And Hondo, with those 7 RBIs, now has 13 on the year, 1 shy of Shelton. He had 13 going in, but just drove in Kyle Wellen. 1 ball and 2 strikes. McTaggart looks in the stretch. And the pitch swung on and popped up on the right side. And let's see, the second baseman, Martinez, to his right, makes the catch after drifting to his left. And the Bee Diggers are done in the top of the first inning. They score a run. And there were a couple of hits, an error. And 2 men left. Let's head to the bottom of the first inning from Merchants Park in Lamar. The Bee Diggers have a run, and Lamar is coming to bat on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com, and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. The Bee Diggers scored a run in the first inning on Braxton Shelton's RBI double plating Kyle Wellen, who doubled himself. Now let's get to the starting lineup for the Lamar Savages at 8-3 going in. Batting first for Lamar will be the shortstop Carson Carrera, the left fielder Cale Buxton at second. The pitcher, Tyler McTaggart, hits third. Batting fourth is the first baseman Coy Spitz. Batting fifth is the catcher Riker Radcliffe. Austin Thacker in right hits sixth. Eric Aguilar, the third baseman, at seventh. Deshaun Martinez at second, hits eighth. And Tragan Duarte is the DH, batting ninth. Now let's get to the Bee Diggers defensively. Kyle Wellens at first. Cesar Hinojos at second. The third baseman is Izzy Hernandez. Braxton Shelton at short. The left fielders, Caden Schwint, Jace Krieger in center, Ivan Cardenas in right. Ty Griffith is behind the plate, and on the mound, Alejandro Maltos Garcia. And this is the left-hander stepping in. Wind and pitch. Fastball is grounded to second, and right there to make the plays, Hinojos tosses low to first, but in time. And on one pitch, Carrera is retired. That's a big out just to get that guy out. They have two 400-plus hitters, and he's one of them. Again, the numbers on Hondo, a 2.62 ERA. Did take the loss against Eaton, got the win against Liberty Common. And the pitch, that's a fastball for a strike on the outer half at the knees to Cale Buxton. Hitting out of the 2-hole. Hondo gets the sign and the offering. Fastball is a strike on the outer half at the knees, beautifully placed. Buxton hitting .464, Carrera in front of him at .467, hitting only .299 as a team, so it drops off after that. If they can get these two guys out, it's huge. Swing and a miss on a fastball above the letters, and Buxton strikes out on 3 pitches. There's 2 down. Oh, man, and Hondo with some early command here after the Bee Diggers scored a run at the top of the first inning. That'll bring up the left-handed pitching and hitting Tyler McTaggart, batting .240 on the season. Hondo's retired those 2 batters on 4 pitches. And the fastball inside of the screen. Don't want to get over-amped right now if you're Alejandro Matos Garcia. 4:30 start for today's game, so we were on time. You know, this is where Lamar Community College plays, where the pitch. And that is bunted right back to Hondo. Very hard bunt and an easy play. And on 6 pitches, Alejandro Matos Garcia retires the Lamar Savages. Let's head to the second inning. In Lamar, Brush 1, Lamar nothing on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. The Bee Diggers lead 1-0 headed to the second inning in Lamar. Here at Merchants Park on an RBI double from Braxton Shelton. The left-hander McTaggart will be facing the 7, 8, and 9 hitters, Ivan Cardenas, Jace Krieger, and Caden Schwint. And the Bee Diggers struck the ball pretty well. In fact, they got shafted on the short end of a ground ball hit by Ty Griffith on a play where it clearly appeared that he was safe. So here's Ivan, and the pitch is down and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Ivan has been all over the lineup, started near the bottom, was as high as number 4, and now at number 7. And the left-hander to the plate, and that changeup is down and in. 2 balls and no strikes to Ivan Cardenas. Ivan hitting .348. Had a good season so far, the pitch. And the breaking ball is upstairs. 3 balls and no strikes. Yeah, the Bee Diggers, especially with the way Hondo pitched in the first inning, just want to keep going. And that fastball's in there, first strike, 3 balls and 1 strike. McTaggart was stretched to 20 pitches in the opening inning. So the Bee Diggers were patient and aggressive at the same time. Shelton swung at the first pitch for the double, the offering. And that is in the dirt with another changeup. And it's a walk of Ivan Cardenas. And that'll send up Jace Krieger. Krieger on the season is hitting .556. Wow. He's taking advantage of his limited opportunities. And is tearing up the baseball. That's why he's in the lineup to pitch. That's a strike. Took something off it. At the knees on the outer half. No balls and 1 strike. Brush with a 1-0 lead. Top of the second inning in Lamar. 70 degrees at first pitch. Now we're at about 27th pitch coming up. And the ball is off the glove of the first baseman Spitz, but not far enough to advance Cardenas on the pickoff throw. No balls and 1 strike. The Bee Diggers brought a heavy contingent here despite the 3+ hour trip. We'll do some beat digger salutes and shout outs in the fourth inning. So anybody who's got my throw back to first a snap throw, they can check in with me for themselves or for somebody else or on Facebook as well. And we'll do beat digger salutes and shout outs again in the fourth inning of today's game, since this is our furthest road trip of the regular season. No balls and one strike on Jace Krieger. Got Dennis at first off the walk. The pitch squaring to bunt, and he missed it completely. And it's no balls and two strikes to him, an all-speed pitch up in the zone. That's something the beat diggers have got to certainly focus in on, is playing small ball when they need to. No balls and two strikes. Snap throw to first, and back in standing is Ivan. With Caden Schwint on deck. Laying down the sign is Ratcliffe. The left-hander at the belt. McTaggart to the plate. Breaking ball called strike three. A backdoor breaking ball that froze Krieger. And there's one down. First strikeout. And that was definitely right there. I mean, that was a backdoor breaking ball. And here's Caden Schwint out of the 9-hole. Caden hitting 188, and he swings and lines it down the left field line for a base hit. Ivan to second, that's as far as he's going to get. But he got those hands up, did Schwint, and lined it into left field. So first and second. Up to bat, number 10. And here is Griffith, who grounded to third. Number 13, Kyle Willard in the hole. First and second with one out. And the pitch swung on and driven deep into right center field. That one might carry all the way over the outfielder's head to the fence. That's going to score 2 runs. Ivan's around third. Right behind him is Schwint. Ty Griffith races for third. And now he's going to be held up there as the ball got loose near the infield. It's a 2-run double for Ty Griffith. And the beat diggers in the second inning lead 3-0. And that ball was scorched on the off speed. Man, Griffith going the other way, and they played him to pull. And even there, Austin Thacker could not get to the baseball. That was roped for a 2-run triple. Here comes Kyle Wellen. That's 3 extra base hits for Brush in the game. The stretch and the offering. Swing and a miss. Veronica, I don't see any names at all out here. At least in straightaway center, it's a green wall. That would be from Doodle's days. He was a great pitcher here at Lamar Community College. Swing and a miss. Sponsors out in left, sponsors in right. 385 straightaway, 375 in the gaps. The Bee Diggers with a 3-0 lead. Wellen needs to protect. The infield is playing in. The offering swung on and fouled to the screen. Count remains at 0-2. 0-2 here to Kyle Wellen. The inning began with a walk, and anytime you walk that first hitter, that usually is a problem. 2 batters later, Schwint with a single, then Ty Griffith with an RBI triple. The pitch, breaking ball line, base hit left field. Here comes Ty Griffith to the plate. Wellen is 2 for 2. The Bee Diggers have 3 across in the top of the second. It's Brush 4, Lamar nothing. And that thing was stroked. And here is Braxton Shelton, who has homered in 4 consecutive games. He had an RBI double his first time up. The Bee Diggers once again have 3 extra base hits. Throw back to first, nothing doing. And with the way Brush is swinging the bats, this game is going to be on Hondo's right arm. McTaggart looks in. At the belt, the pitch swung on and grounded foul up the third base side on a pitch down and in. No balls and 1 strike. Yeah, this one not as easy for Braxton to hit it out. This is not a home game. But he's got the power. There's no doubt he's got the power. And we'll see if the wind plays a factor with a fly to the baseball. Certainly it did when Griffith hit the ball. 0-1. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Runner goes to second. No throw. A sliding steal for Kyle Wellen. As Shelton got the breaking ball there. No balls and 2 strikes. The Bee Diggers have 3 so far in the second. 2-run triple by Griffith, RBI single by Wellen. The left-hander, McTaggart, ahead in the count at 0-2 to Shelton. He sets, he looks back to pitch. Outside, it tails away. Lots of tail on that fastball. 1 ball and 2 strikes with Hinojos waiting to hit next. Ooh, what a long trip. It felt like it went 6 hours, about 3:20. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the offering, and that's down and in. Nice block over there by the catcher, Ratcliffe. It's 2-2. I'm not sure the last time Lamar beat Brush. In the state tournament in 2008, the Bee Diggers rallied. They've won a couple of times, at least when they played in Brush. 2-2 here to Shelton. McTaggart looks back. The offering swung on and hit on the ground off the end of the bat. It's going to be a tough play by the first baseman, pitcher covering, and late. Shelton beats it out. It was cued off the very end of the bat, and nothing that Spitz could do other than toss it to McTaggart, but Shelton got down the line, and the Bee Diggers have yet another base hit. And runners at the corners with 1 down. That is their 6th hit. And we'll see if we have either a pitching change or just a visit to the hill with Brush up 4-0. And if you're going to be a team that contends for a state title, you got to beat ranked teams like this on the road. And Brush is doing an excellent job so far. Morgan Community College, to make your dreams become a reality for all students. Check them out at morgancc.edu, Morgan Community College. Brush scored a run in the first on Braxton Shelton's RBI double. Then again, Ty Griffith, a 2-run triple, and Kyle Wellen with his 2nd hit of the game drove in Ty Griffith, and Hinojos, who popped to the shortstop the first time, is at the plate. He'll have to adjust a bit. Cesar will have to adjust simply because he got well underneath the pitch that was up in the zone. And Lamar is going to be a double play depth. Yeah, I remember when we came down here for the 2014 football season, that changeup is upstairs. Brush was ranked 1st and Lamar was 4th, and the Bee Diggers won that game 49-0 on their way to the 2A state title. That was in 2014. The pitch, swing and a miss on a bender, down and in. 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, the scoreboard's got 7 hits. I did not give Izzy a hit there. The play made by Aguilar, a good throw would have had him. Runners at the corners, and the offering. And the breaking ball is down and away, and Shelton takes 2nd without a throw. So 2 runners are in scoring position here for Cesar Hinojos. 2 balls and 1 strike. McTaggart to the plate. That is a beautiful pitch. A breaking ball in the outside corner. The count levels at 2-2. Cesar's got to be ready. The infield is playing in. Lamar's already down 4-0. Wallen off 3rd, Shelton at 2nd. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The stretch and the pitch. Fastball is up and away. 3-2 to Hinojos. This is a monumental pitch coming up for McTaggart. Gets a sign from Ratcliffe. McTaggart comes home. Swung on and lifted down the right side. Is going to be caught in foul territory by the first baseman, Spitz. A half swing there by Hinojos. There's 2 down. That's a big out. He just reached out and couldn't get much trajectory on that, and Spitz made the catch in foul territory up the first base side. Izzy Hernandez hit that grounder to 3rd and was able to reach. Can he come through with 2 outs and 2 on in the 2nd? The pitch, swing, and a foul tip into the glove of Ratcliffe. No balls and 1 strike. To Izzy Hernandez. Runners take their leads. McTaggart to the plate. Curveball is a beauty. Oh, man, that thing was placed perfectly. Belt high in the outer half. It's 0-2. And now Izzy really has to protect a 2-out swing. A 2-strike swing, I should say, as well. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on 3 pitches. And the Beat Digger rally is minimized in that top of the second inning. For Brush, they score 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 2 left. An inning and a half in the books in Lamar. It's Brush 4, Lamar nothing on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Kevin Fergus had the call of the last time the Beat Diggers played Lamar. That was in May of 2019 when the Beat Diggers won in that regional semifinal at St. Mary's 13-3 before they lost 7-2 to St. Mary's. That was the same day that Fort Morgan pulled off a stunner in 3A, rallying with 6 runs in the 9th inning, and they qualified for that 4A, I should say, Brush in 3A, when Fort Morgan defeated Palisade 9-6. The Beat Diggers looking to get back to the state tournament for the first time since Kevin Fergus was the head coach in 2015. That was a state runner-up year for Brush. Alejandro Matos Garcia will face the 4, 5, and 6 hitters. Coy Spitz, Riker Radcliffe, and Austin Thacker. Just 6 pitches required by Hondo to retire Lamar in the bottom of the first inning. Righty against righty, and the pitch. Fastball is up and in. Radcliffe, a sophomore, hitting .250. The catcher today check that is Spitz. And the offering. Fastball is low. And Spitz hitting .222. The first baseman today for Lamar. 2 balls and no strikes. 4-0 Brush in the bottom of the second inning. Hondo to the plate. Way outside, man. He just pulled his front side there. Not even close. 3-0. Here to the leadoff hitter for Lamar in the bottom of the second inning. And the pitch. That's a fastball for a strike at the knees on the outer half. And the count is sitting at 3-1. The pitch. Swung on and lifted into shallow center field. That's carrying quite a bit, though. Going back, still going back. And the ball is over the head of Jace Krieger. He picks it up right against the fence. Oh, man, that ball just kept flying. And then he kept going back, and he didn't run out of room. He just didn't get to the baseball. It's a leadoff double by Spitz. Well, it's pretty clear that the ball is carrying today. That looked like it was a routine fly, and it just kept going, and the Beat Diggers are going to have to, especially in the outfield, both teams just race to that ball. That should have been a routine out. Here's Riker Radcliffe. The offering. Fastball is up and in. Yeah, you have to adjust to the conditions, without a doubt. He just kept going, but he had time to get there. I think Jace just misjudged it at first. Fastball is down and away. 2 balls and no strikes. With a man at second and nobody out in the bottom of the second inning. Hondo gets the sign. Looks back at Spitz. Hondo to the plate. Swung on and grounded up the middle. Shortstop Shelton's got it. He fires to first for the out. Advancing to third is Spitz. And that's the first out of the bottom of the second inning. And the Beat Diggers will certainly sacrifice a run for an out, as Izzy Hernandez will play in at third. Oh, they're all going to come in. Boy, that surprises me. They're up 4-0 in this game. Austin Thacker now the hitter. The offering. Swung on and grounded to second. He Knowles has it, looks at third. He's going to toss to first for the out. Well, it paid off, but that hop nearly went over his glove. He had to leap a little bit. So the strategy paid off for Brush. And there's 2 down. Hondo is 1 pitch away from shutting down Lamar in this inning. And the offering. Swung on, grounded up the middle. That's a base hit into center field. A 2-out base hit by Eric Aguilar, scoring Coy Spitz. And it's Brush 4, Lamar 1. Yeah, that got too much of the plate. And Hondo knew it. That'll bring up the number 8 hitter, Deshaun Martinez. Second baseman today. A junior hitting 118. The offering. Fastball is up and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Again, the Bead Digger salutes and shout-outs coming in the 4th inning. We'll do it throughout the entire 4th inning. Anybody want to text me or send me a Facebook message for themselves or somebody else? We'll put your name out there. And we thank you for tuning in. The pitch in the dirt, blocked by Griffith. 2 balls and no strikes. We have a crowd mic in here, but it feels very quiet. I feel like I'm in a library. Even though there's a decent crowd, we're just in the press box here at Merchants Park. And the 2-0. That's a fastball for a strike. At the knees, down the middle, it's 2-1. The Bead Diggers have 6 hits, and Lamar has 2. Lamar's committed the game's only error. In the bottom of the 2nd inning, Hondo to the plate. That's a fastball for a strike. Same location. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Deshaun Martinez. Yeah, I think the goal is to get out of here in less than 2 hours because that trip is going to be another long trip. I mean, it doesn't get any shorter unless the wind is at your back. Runner holds up, swung on, and fouled. Aguilar with a little step there like he was taking off for second, but he did not. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That remains the count to Deshaun Martinez. A run across here for Lamar. In the bottom of the 2nd inning, squaring to bunt, but that's got to be a decoy. The pitch, and he takes a fastball for a strike, belt high. Yeah, I did not understand that strategy by Martinez, and Hondo picks up the strikeout, and the inning is over. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors and a man left. Let's head to the 3rd inning in Lamar at Merchants Park. It's Brush 4, Lamar 1 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Well, you can close the book on Tyler McTaggart as Aaron Chidas is the new pitcher, a right-hander for Lamar. Let's see if we have some numbers on him. Chidas, 1 2/3 innings. That's it. He's allowed a run. It was unearned. 3 walks and a strikeout. Those are the numbers. And looks like McTaggart is in center field now. Yeah, McTaggart goes to center. And here is Alejandro Matos Garcia. Hondo popped up. His first time up, 6, 7, and 8 for the Bead Diggers. They lead 4-1 over Lamar. Run in the first and 3 in the second. The big hit, a 2-run triple by Ty Griffith. And pitching out of the stretch is Chidas. And to the plate. Swung on and lined on a hop, backhanded by Spitz. The first baseman steps to the bag for the out. And you have a sidearm right-hander, so coming from a different angle. And Hondo's now 0 for 2. Retired on 1 pitch. Yeah, that's a major adjustment for any hitter. Here's Ivan. He walked and scored on that triple by Griffith. Yeah, so not only are you going to see a righty here as opposed to a lefty, but this is a pretty much a sidearm delivery here from Chidas. The pitch, fastball is upstairs. So it's basically seeing not only a brand new pitcher in every facet, and that includes the arm angle. Laying down the sign is Radcliffe. The pitch, that is a strike. Looked like a breaking ball in the outside corner. The count levels at 1-1. The Bead Diggers will have to make a significant adjustment offensively. And the offering outside. That ball swept away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Krieger's on deck. And the wind has been a factor. When that ball's hit in the air, it is carrying out there. Big time. The pitch. That's a beauty on the outer half. It's right there. 2-2 to Ivan. Cardenas hitting well over 300 going into this game. Hitting with an open stance from the right side. Chaidez to the plate. Swung on and grounded left side. The third baseman Aguilar. Deep throw to first is going to be offline, and the ball is down the line in foul territory. Ivan to second, and Ivan's going to head for third. Now the throw's going to be made, and that one's going to sail over the third baseman Aguilar's head. Ivan to the plate, and the throw's not going to be made. And on two errors, the B-Diggers grab a 5-1 lead. One on the third baseman Aguilar, the other on the first baseman Spitz. Wow. Boy, normally you see that in like Little League. But the B-Diggers now with a 5-1 lead off two errors on that play. Here's Krieger, struck out looking his first time up. And the pitch. That is right there for a strike. The sidearm delivery. Belt high in the outer half. It's 0-1. So the B-Diggers get that run right back by just putting the ball in play and allowing Lamar to throw the ball away. Got Lamar at 8-3 going into the game. The B-Diggers at 6 wins and 3 losses. And the offering, curveball outside. And the count levels at 1-1 to Jace Krieger. One down and the base is empty in the top of the third inning. B-Diggers were up by 4. Then it was a 4-1 game. Now 5-1. Krieger awaits the pitch. Swung on and grounded. Fair down the third base line. Headed for the corner. Let's see if Krieger's got the speed to go to second. He turns first base. He's headed to second with a 1-out double. Nice turn there. A sharp turn for Krieger. And nothing that could be done out there in left field by Cale Buxton to eliminate Krieger at second. The B-Diggers have 3 doubles in the game. And for Brush, that is their 7th hit. And here is Caden Schwint. He singled and scored in the 3-run second. Awaiting the pitch. Looking back to the plate is Chaidez. Breaking balls off the glove of Radcliffe to the screen. And third is Krieger. That'll be a wild pitch. Hit the tip of the glove. And 1 ball and no strikes. Now for Lamar, they've got to play the infield in, without a doubt. And all Caden really has to do is just loop it over the infielders. The outfielders are playing fairly deep, although McTaggart's coming in at center. 1 ball, no strikes. Chaidez comes home, way outside. Nice backhanded stab there by Radcliffe. 2 balls and no strikes. And if you're Lamar, you don't want to walk Schwint here. You get Griffith up there with 2 on and 1 out. That's going to be trouble for the Savages. The B-Diggers have scored in every inning. And the pitch, and that is just outside. 3-0. Oh, man, Griffith is smelling it right now. If Schwint reaches, he can break this game wide open. 3 balls, no strikes. 1 on, 1 out, 1 across. Schwint awaits the pitch, and that's up and in, and it's a walk to Caden Schwint on base twice. And watch out, because here comes Ty Griffith, who grounded to third and then smoked a 2-run triple into right center. That was against the left-hander McTaggart. Stepping off is Chaidez, and you could do that. It's no balk here. Krieger at third. He's the lead runner after Schwint walked. Let's see, back on the rubber here is Chaidez. Griffith patiently awaiting the stretch and the offering. And that's taken for a strike. Runner goes to second, no throw. That's the right thing. If you hit it too hard, then you might line into a double play. Ty's an excellent 1 and 2 strike hitter. He's 0-1 now against this right-hander. The infield is playing in. The B-Diggers are looking to extend a 5-1 lead. And the offering down and away with a bender, 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Just drive it in the outfield. Even if it's a pop-up in the outfield, you score a run. Griffith with an open stance. 1-1 pitch. And that is just outside. Oh, man, that barely missed the corner on the off-speed. Boy, that is discipline by Ty Griffith. 2 balls and 1 strike. Griffith waiting for his pitch right now. He's got a huge alley in right center, the one he exploited last time. The offering swung on and chopped down the third base side. Runners have to hold throw to first by Aguilar is right there, and there's 2 down. Griffith is retired. That's exactly what Chaidez wanted. Well, this happened the last inning when the B-Diggers had a chance to score even more than they had, and now Wellen's going to have to deliver. With 2 outs and 2 in scoring position, he's 2 for 2 with an RBI. Chaidez stretches. And a pitch to Wellen. And he takes it down and away. Yeah, you squander this many opportunities for Brush, it's going to come back to haunt you. They could have been up more than 4-0 after the last inning, or half inning, and they could be up more than 5-1 now. Can't be stranding base runners in scoring position. 1 ball and no strikes. The pitch, and that is a strike on the outside corner. Count levels at 1 ball and 1 strike to Kyle Wellen, a senior first baseman. Krieger at third, Schwint at second. Wellen awaits the pitch, and that is low. Umpire takes some time, which is why I'm taking time. 2 balls and 1 strike. Shelton is on deck. Another reason this is a big hitter for the Lamar right-hander. Looking in. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Oh, man, a changeup up in the zone, and he swung under it. 2-2 to Kyle Wellen. Will Lamar stay in this game, or will Wellen extend the lead? Chaidez gets a sign from Radcliffe. And the 2-2 offering. Swung on and lifted in the infield on the right side. Now the ball is twisting, and it's going to be caught to the left of the mound by the pitcher Chaidez, and that could have been a tremendous adventure. But he made the play with that swirling wind, and the B-Diggers squander another opportunity. A run on a hit. There were 2 errors and 2 left. The B-Diggers, through 3 innings, have stranded 6. 2.5 complete. It's Brush 5, Lamar 1 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. I'm John Beltran back at Merchants Park in Lamar. Brush leads Lamar 5-1. The B-Diggers scored a run in the first, 3 in the second, 1 in the third. No home runs in this game, but the B-Diggers do have 3 doubles and a 2-run triple in this game. The triple from Ty Griffith. Tragan Duarte will hit from the right side against Alejandro Matos Garcia, 9-1-2. Duarte out of the 9 hole. Let's see what he's hitting. Is batting .316, only a freshman. That's pretty impressive. Remember when the B-Diggers 3 years ago started all those freshmen. Here's the wind by Hondo, the pitch. Fastball is a strike. Bell tie, it's 0-1 as it was tailing away. Hondo threw 6 pitches in the first inning, 16 in the second, 2-1 strike to ball ratio. And the offering. That tails away, and the count levels at 1-1. To Tragan Duarte. It was a 2-out single that scored the run for Lamar, and that fastball is inside. Hondo was bringing the heat. Ball 2, strike 1. To Duarte. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Fire the fastball right by him. It's 2-2. Bank of Colorado is the only bank dedicated to help you make the most of living in Colorado, not just a bank in Colorado. They are Bank of Colorado. Hondo with a 2-2. That is over. Called strike 3 at the knees, and there's one down. And Alejandro Matos Garcia has picked up another strikeout. And that is number 3. Here's Carson Carrera. He grounded to second on the first pitch at the bottom of the first inning. Batting from the left side. Hondo to the plate. Fastball is up and away off the glove of Griffith. 1 ball and no strikes. Here to Carson Carrera with a bases empty in the bottom of the third inning. The pitch, it bounces in. That's the weird thing about pitching sometimes. You feel like you're in a groove, you find a different hitter, and then you fall behind, but Hondo's come back before. He did it a lot against Liberty Common. 2-0. Well, that one's in the dirt. 3 balls and no strikes. Yeah, Hondo has not walked anybody so far, so he's going to have to come back from a 3-0 count. Here to Carson Carrera, 5-1 brush, bottom 3. Fastball is a strike. Bell tie, it's 3-1. And this kid looks like he can run. And that's why the third baseman, Hernandez, is playing in. The pitch, upstairs, it's a walk. Now they're going to have to hold this guy because there's no doubt Carrera can run. Here's Cale Buxton. He struck out swinging his first time up. And again, I don't know. I haven't found it yet if the Bead Diggers have turned a double play this season. The opportunities have been very, very limited. 1 on and 1 out. Hondo. Throw back to first, and we've got the runner trapped, but the ball goes underneath the glove of Wellen down the right field line. Around second into third is going to be Carrera. That'll be an error. Oh, they would have had him picked off. They would have had him picked off. So a runner at third. I'm going to call that error on Wellen. That ball didn't hit the ground. It was a low throw. I think he tried to apply the tag. Now, let's see what happens here. The field umpire and the home plate umpire are converging. I don't think they called a balk on Hondo because if they did, he can only advance to second. I didn't see the indication of a balk. And, yep. Well, it must have been a balk. Had to have been a balk then, even though I didn't see it. So to second now instead of third is Carrera, so no error. And Buxton still awaiting the first pitch of this sequence. With Brush up 5-1 in the bottom of the third inning. Griffith lays down the sign. And the pitch. Fastball is outside. 1 ball and no strikes. That 2-1 strike to ball ratio is starting to get closer to even right now for Hondo. And you're about to face the heart of the order for Lamar. Hondo looks back. Hondo looks in, looks back again. To the plate. Breaking ball is upstairs. 2-0. 6 of the last 7 pitches thrown by Matos Garcia have been outside of the strike zone. Buxton awaits. The pitch. That is over for a strike. A fastball at the knees. It's 2-1. The Bead Diggers have 7 hits in the game. 4 have gone for extra bases. Lamar has 2. 1 has gone for extra bases. The pitch. Fastball. That is right. Oh, barely missed. Oh, Hondo thought he had strike 2. It's 3-1. Try to hit the outside corner. 3 balls and 1 strike. At second is Carrera to the plate. Swung on and fouled off the end of the bat to the Digger dugout on the first base side. Count moves to 3-2 on Cale Buxton. McTaggart, the left-handed hitters on deck, so there's danger here if you're the Bead Diggers, especially if you don't get Buxton out. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hondo comes home. Not even close, very high, and he walked him. First and second with one out, and he overthrew that pitch clearly. And now he wants to have a conversation with his catcher, Ty Griffith. Here's McTaggart, who bunted his first time and was retired. Yeah, this changes everything. Unless the Bee Diggers can get him to ground into a double play. Yeah, Brush was one stroke away, one swing away from going up 5 or 6 runs, and now Lamar can make this a much closer game. It's 5-1 Bee Diggers in the bottom of the third. Hondo looks back. Runners take their leads with one out. The offering. Fastball is outside. 1 ball and no strikes. At one point, Hondo had 15 strikes and 8 balls. Now 20 strikes and 19 balls. That's how much he's struggling in this inning. The pitch, not even close again. Very high, 2-2. And he's falling behind hitters at this point. Critical game for the Bee Diggers. It's not a league game, but these are 2 ranked teams. And you don't want to get this lead slipping away. The pitch, swing and a miss, and a fastball up and in. Nice spot there by Hondo. 2 balls and 1 strike. Check out the latest baseball rankings. The Bee Diggers are 7th. Lamar's actually higher at number 6, believe it or not. The pitch, swung on in line towards right center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Carrera's going to round third. He's going to score. The ball is still rolling towards the wall. That's going to score a second run, and McTaggart to second. And that grass is really thin out there. It's a 2-run double for McTaggart. And Lamar has made this a 5-3 game. Wow. I mean, once the ball hits the grass out there, it keeps going. It's almost like it's AstroTurf. Crazy. Here is Coy Spitz. Spitz doubled and scored. Lamar now has 3 hits in the game, and 2 have gone for extra bases. The pitch, fastball is up and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Yeah, the Bee Diggers were ranked higher than Lamar, but now Lamar with a better record is 1 spot higher than Brush, and that'll change next week depending upon what happens in this game. Well, if the Bee Diggers win it, they'll flip-flop at least. Looking back, stepping off is Hondo. Yeah, that walk certainly didn't help to Carrera. And that was a 1-out walk with the bases empty. That's what starts to damage the offering. Swing and a miss on a tailing fastball. Count level at 1-1. The only 0 on the board was in the bottom of the first when Hondo retired Lamar in order. Off of second is McTaggart. The pitch, swing and a miss, and a fastball up and in. That's unhittable. If he spots it there and Spitz swings, he's not going to hit that baseball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. This game about an hour old. That's not the pace we want. The pitch, fastball is very high. Tried to climb the ladder too much. 2-2 to the right-handed hitting first baseman Coy Spitz. Excuse me. Griffith lays down the sign. Off of second is McTaggart. The pitch, breaking ball is down and away. Oh, man. That was an excellent breaking ball, but it missed the strike zone. 3-2. So many patches, too, on this field. The pitch, he overthrew it. He walked him down and away. Yeah, you have to throw it to the glove. Hondo tried to throw that through the glove. There's Riker Radcliffe, who grounded to the shortstop Shelton. And Hondo clearly struggling in this inning. His pitch count has gone way up. 6 pitches in the first, 16 in the second, 26 so far in the third, with 24 balls and 24 strikes in the game, and he's only got 1 out. And Radcliffe is the go-ahead run at the plate. Brush leads 5-3 in the bottom of the fourth inning. The stretch. The pitch. A strike with a fastball at the knees. That's the way to get ahead of the hitter. No balls and one strike. Yeah, just hit one sharply here to Shelton. Get a little 6-4-3 or a 6-3 double play. And get out of here and hit in the fourth inning. The offering. Fastball is up and away. But your pitcher has to allow it. He's got to throw that pitch. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hondo looks in. Looks back to the plate. Fastball is a strike at the knees. Bottom of the zone. Lamar didn't like that at all. Oh, they thought that was definitely a ball. But it's 1-2 here to Ratcliffe from the right side. Slightly open stance. Can Hondo pick up his 4th strikeout? The offering. Swung on and lifted into foul territory. Right side. The ball is twisting towards the line and caught by the first baseman, Wellen. Right in front of the first base coaching box, and there's 2 down. Under normal conditions, that ball is going to twist foul. And out of play, not just into foul territory. Here is Aaron Chides, the second pitcher for Lamar, hitting for the first time in the game. All right, Hondo can settle things down by getting out of this one with just 2 runs scored. The pitch, curveball, man, that looked pretty good. Must have missed maybe a little bit upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. And Chides is batting for the first time this season. Open stance for him. From the right side, the pitch in the dirt, blocked by Griffith. Again, it looks like he's overthrowing. 2-0. Remember, you get him out, then you're going to face 7, 8, and 9 in the fourth inning. That's why this hitter is critical. He hasn't batted all season. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 across, 2 out, and 2 on. Hondo looks in. Don't even worry about the runner. He's going to throw to second, and Hinojos was late covering, but nowhere near the bag. Yeah, I'm not sure what he's doing there. You get the hitter, you don't care about the runner at second. There's 2 down. Now it's just a stall tactic there. 2-0 pitch, runners going. Swung on and fisted on the ground right side. Underhanded by the pitcher, Matos Garcia. And an underhand toss to first retires Chides. That was an outstanding pitch by Alejandro Matos Garcia. It limits the damage. 2 runs on 1 hit. No errors and 2 left. Let's head to the fourth inning. We'll get to Beat Digger salutes and shout-outs. Just either text or find me on Facebook, and I'll send you a shout-out for you or somebody else. The Beat Diggers lead the Savages in Lamar 5-3 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Brush 5, Lamar 3 as we hit the top of the fourth inning. Shout out to my good friend Angie Hayes. Got to mention her. She's one of the biggest fans of Beat Digger baseball, and her nephew, Braxton Shelton, is at the plate. And he swings and laces it into deep left field, and that's going to drop for a base hit, cut off shy of the fence. And that's going to be a long single, and Shelton is now 3 for 3. He hit that on a fly near the fence, but Buxton was playing so deep that he was able to cut it off. And let's see, we might have a pitching change here. We might have a pitching change as Chides just gave up the hit, and the Beat Diggers have 8. And there will be a new pitcher right off the first pitch at the top of the fourth inning. We'll take a 2-minute break. We'll tell you about the new pitcher, Brush 5, Lamar 3 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Well, the issue with high school baseball, any time that there is a change, it seems there's like 3 or 4 changes. Carson Carrere is now the new pitcher. I got to see who is at short now. I wonder if that's Deshaun Martinez. We'll see. But third pitcher for Lamar. We even have a new catcher. Pitch to Hinojos. Fastball is low and away. 1 ball and no strikes. A shout out and a send off here to my friend Veronica Matos Garcia. and join Bee Digger Baseball. Hopefully a victory today as the Bee Diggers go for their 5th consecutive win. Shelton just singled and sent the pitcher, swung on and grounded to third. A high chop over the glove of Aguilar into left field for a base hit. Shelton round second. Shelton headed for third. Hinojos to second. It's going to be a double, and the Bee Diggers have 2 in scoring position on that one hopper here by Cesar Hinojos. Aguilar leaped, could not get to the baseball, and the Bee Diggers with 2 in scoring position. And that'll send up Caden Moriarty. K-Dog is now going to hit for the first time in the game. And the infield plays in with the Bee Diggers up 5-3. Here's the wind and the pitch. Fastball nearly clipped him. 1 ball and no strikes. Let's check out the numbers here on K-Dog, who did not start in this game, but he's had a fine season. Moriarty hitting .435. Breaking ball catches the outside corner for a strike. Little salute as well to Jason Holdren. He was a longtime voice of Bee Digger Wrestling on 1010, but the pitch swung on, lined on one hop into right field for a base hit. 1 run scores. Hinojos around third, and he's headed to the plate. He will slide in safely. That ball was hit sharply over the glove of the second baseman on 1 hop. Let's see if that's going to be scored. A hit at will, and the Bee Diggers lead 7-3. A 2-run single by Moriarty. It was hit sharply to Martinez, and he couldn't handle the hot shot. And the Bee Diggers have those runs back. Yeah, Jason, a big fan, of course, of wrestling and softball and Bee Digger baseball as well. Short lead at first for Moriarty. Hondo stepping in. The offering. Breaking ball swung on, grounded off the end of the bat, off the right hand of Spitz. Picks it up, fires to first, in time with the pitcher covering. Man, that was squibbed out there, and Spitz literally had to stick his right hand out wide of first to make the play. That is the essence of coordination. What a play. 1 down as Maltos Garcia is retired, sending up Ivan, who has walked and reached on an air. And the air was a grounder to third. The ball was thrown away, and the fastball for a strike at the knees. It was thrown away in foul territory down the right field line. Then they tried to nail him at third, and that was thrown by the third baseman Aguilar for a double error. Moriarty off of second. Carson Carrere with the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and fisted foul to the screen. 0-2. Bee Digger salute to Ted Tyne as well. Let's see if I get a temp check here. It's not about the temperature either. It's pretty nice. We had 70 at first pitch. It's the breeze. I mean, literally, when the ball hits the ground in the outfield, it rolls like it's a Super Bowl. And the pitch, fastball is upstairs. 72 degrees in Lamar. First pitch was at 70. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Bee Diggers have scored in every inning. Looking back as Carrere, the pitch, curveball, called strike 3. Ivan knew it. 2 down. And for Lamar pitching, that is the 3rd strikeout of a Bee Digger. Here's Jace Krieger, who struck out then doubled. Moriarty off of second with 2 down in the 4th inning. Carrere, the hard-throwing right-hander to the plate. The breaking ball's a strike. Doing anything but throwing a fastball there. It's 0-1. Yeah, the Bee Diggers continue to apply the pressure. Inning after inning. You have to do that on the road. You don't get last at-bats. And the pitch swung on and fouled off the end of the bat. Another breaking ball to Krieger. No balls and 2 strikes. Thank you to my colleague and former Brush head coach Kevin Fergus. 65 degrees in Brush. Kevin will be calling Thursday's game at home against Sterling. I'll be back with you on Saturday in Sterling. No balls and 2 strikes. Moriarty off of second. The pitch. Fastball swing and a miss. He threw a blazer, a 2-strike fastball at the letters, and Jace could not catch up, but the Bee Diggers do get their 4-run lead back. 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors and a man left. Halfway through in Lamar, it's Brush 7, Lamar 3 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Alejandro Maltos Garcia begins his fourth inning of work as Brush, going for their seventh win of the season, leads 7-3 in Lamar. He's got to be sharp this inning. He pitched out of trouble in the third inning. And now he's facing the bottom of the order, Eric Aguilar, who singled. In fact, he singled in their first run. And let's see if Deshaun Martinez is on deck, because they made a couple of changes. They did make some changes. Looks like Martinez is hitting next. And we'll see about the 9-hole. And the pitch. Fastball is a beauty, right down the middle. Letter high, it's 0-1. 7 runs, 10 hits, no errors for Brush. They've left 7, though. 3 runs, 3 hits, 3 errors, and 3 left on base for Lamar. Hondo to the plate. Fastball is up and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, we'll have more B. Digger salutes during this bottom of the fourth inning. Thanks to all participating. Either text me or find me on Facebook. The pitch, fastball down and away. 2 balls and 1 strike to Eric Aguilar. Shout out to my buddy Travis Lefevre as well. Been a big year for B. Digger Sports, especially starting with that football season. Travis, an essential part of the coaching staff, and that fastball is up and in. Did not go as they check it first. And now Hondo has thrown more balls and strikes in this game. Moriarty, by the way, is now the third baseman for the B. Diggers. And the pitch. That is over for a strike at the knees with a fastball. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here to Eric Aguilar, right-handed hitter, to begin the bottom of the fourth inning. Hondo to the plate. Way outside. Oh, Hondo. He's done that a couple of times in the last 2 innings. He's frustrated with himself, you could tell. He has now walked 4. He had no walks through the first couple of innings. And here is Deshaun Martinez, who struck out his first time. The pitch. That's a fastball for a strike on the outer half of the knee. Second straight hitter. He's opened up with a fastball for a strike. Now he's got to put him away. And Martinez has speed. That's why Moriarty's playing in at third. He wants to prevent some dribbler from allowing Martinez to get on base. And the pitch swung on, line up the middle for a base hit into center field. And charging hard is Krieger to get the ball back in, and Lamar's in business. First and second, again off a leadoff walk with nobody out, trailing 7-3. Here is Tragan Duarte. He struck out looking his first time up. Shouted as well to Morgan County Sheriff Dave Martin. Dave, appreciate you tuning in. Dave has also been a recent guest on Morgan Matters on Morgan County's B106, one of our sister stations. That airs every Monday through Friday just after 8 o'clock. Lori Boyer hosts that show, and that pitch, another strike. Hondo's starting to find the strike zone, at least with the first pitch. Now he needs to throw that quality pitch. This Lamar team not going away despite a 7-3 Brush lead. Bottom of the fourth inning, looking back, and the offering. Swing and a miss on a pitch tailing away. 0-2. There is activity down the right field bullpen for the B Diggers. Sam Metlin is warming up right now. Hondo looks back. Again, steps off. Hondo does have 3 strikeouts in the game. It's those 4 walks that have been tough. 0-2 here to the number 9 hitter, first and second with nobody out in the bottom of the fourth. Brush 7, Lamar 3. The pitch way outside, and this cab goes flying again. Yeah, Hondo just wants to get these guys out so desperately that even there, that was a max effort pitch that he knew he wasn't going to throw a strike. He wanted to throw a little bit of a waste pitch there, and he did. But now it's a money pitch, 0-2. The offering. That is a called strike three, a fastball at the knees, and Duarte knew it. Strikeout number 4 for Hondo, and there's one down. And there's your money pitch. Here is Carson Carrere, grounded to second and then walked and scored. And, watch out if he bunts. Moriarty's playing even with the bag. Got to be careful over there at third. The pitch. And did he swing on that fastball? And he did not. It was down and in, 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0. Here to Carson Carrere. Off of second is Aguilar. Martinez at first. Hondo looks back. Hondo to the plate. Swung on and fisted in the air into shallow right center field. Hinojos goes out, and he makes the backhanded catch. It's a beautiful play by Cesar Hinojos. That could have been trouble, but the Beat-Diggers' second baseman makes the play, and there's 2 down. Here's Cale Buxton, struck out and walked. Oh, one of my favorites. Stacy Cyphers, K-Dog's mom. She's got a lot of good titles. That's one of them. Stacy, thanks for tuning in. I mean, we know when she's at an event. She is a huge supporter. One of those iconic voices. One of those iconic parents. The pitch. Fastball is down and away. Yeah, I sat behind her for a couple of games this year at football when I wasn't working a Fort Morgan game. And I felt the energy. I loved it. 1 ball and no strikes. Here to Cale Buxton. Struck out and walked. Aguilar and Martinez take their leads. Beat-Diggers looking for a double play. Swing and a miss with a fastball to Buxton. The count levels at 1-1. To Cale Buxton. 1 pitch away again, and maybe a double play if Hondo can induce a ground ball. Looking back, and the offering. Swung on and lifted foul and out of play off to the right. Jammed him with a fastball right off the top of the press box. Again, the ball is twisting from right to left. That would have never even come close to the press box on any other day unless the conditions were identical to what we have right now. 1-2. Hondo just posted his 4th strikeout of the game. The pitch. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. And, that was 2 down. And they're going to throw to first to complete the play. And that is a great job by Hondo. A 1 ball, 2 strike breaking ball. And Griffith completed the strikeout. And Lamar is kept off the board in the bottom of the 4th inning. No runs on 1 hit, no errors. They strand 2. Let's go to the 5th. We'll do that in 1 minute with the score. Brush 7, Lamar 3 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. I'm John Beltran, live from Merchants Park in Lamar. Brush leads Lamar going to the top of the 5th inning, 7-3. It'll be 9-1-2. Caden Schwint, followed by Ty Griffith and Kyle Wellen. Hey, congratulations to Delaney Draggart, the first match win in Beat-Digger girls tennis history. I mean, that is huge, and the fastball's a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Schwinn singled and walked. Here's something people don't know about me, unless you know me really well. And the offering from Carrere, and the breaking ball is a strike at the knees in the inside corner. My favorite sport is baseball. My number 2 is tennis. I didn't play tennis in high school because it was during baseball season, but I grew up playing tennis several times a week. I love tennis. Swing and a miss. Schwinn strikes out on 3 pitches, 1 down. I've even coached tennis. So tennis is a sport that I love. I love working with youngsters in tennis. And my son, he's a golfer. Let's put it this way. I haven't played golf in 30 years. And when I did, my buddy said if it were gymnastics, I'd be doing a great job scoring 9s and 10s on every hole. And the breaking ball's a strike to Ty Griffith. But tennis is definitely my sport, but a lot of people do not play tennis in Northeast Colorado. There are a lot of golfers. The pitch, fastball is over for a strike at the knees, and Carrere's bringing some heat now. Griffith grounded to third, then tripled in 2 runs and grounded out. And the pitch, fastball down and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Shout out to Maria Hinojos as well. Vamos, mijo. Cesar has made contributions all season in 3 sports. The pitch swung on and grounded towards left field. Base hit, Ty Griffith. That's his second of the game, and they got to get the ball back in quickly because he has got major wheels. And that'll send up Kyle Wellen, a double and RBI single. Then he popped out. Wellen at 2 for 3. The Bee Diggers unofficially have 11 hits in the game. Caden Lefevre will be the courtesy runner at first, and we know how good of an athlete he is. Brush looking for a huge road victory, 7th in 3A. Lamar at number 6. The offering. Fastball is off the glove of the catcher all the way to the screen. And again, Ratcliffe started, but that is not him out there. It'll be a wild pitch. At least it doesn't look like a 2-7 from here. 1 ball and no strikes. At the belt, the offering. That's a fastball. Strike 1 on the outside corner to Kyle Wellen. The Bee Diggers have led right out of the gate. With 1 out, Wellen doubled, and on the next pitch, Shelton doubled him home. They have not trailed in this game. They have not been tied in this game except 2 batters in. Swung on and lifted on the right side. That one is going to be caught out there in right field by Austin Thacker on the long run. Throw to third, the slide, and safe. Boy, tagging up there was Caden Lefevre, and he utilized that speed. And there's 2 down. Wellen is now 2 for 4, but the runner does advance. I tell you, I wouldn't pitch to Shelton now. He's 3 for 3. If they're smart, they do not pitch to Shelton. Wind and pitch. Fastball is a strike on the outside corner with a fastball. Braxton with an RBI double and a couple of singles. And he likes these fastball pitchers. And the offering. That's right there for a strike, and he knew it. He took a fastball on the outer half at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes. Shelton now in protect mode. With a runner at 3rd and 2 down. 7-3 Brush in the 5th inning. And the offering. Curveball is lifted foul and out of play. Off to the right. No balls and 2 strikes to Braxton Shelton. With Lefevre at 3rd. And Carson Carrere to the plate. Fastball down and away. Nice backhanded stab. A ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, you want to make that long road trip with a big victory here before the Thursday game in Brush against Sterling. And the offering. Curveball is lifted down the right side, and that is out of play. Braxton stays alive again. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, he's not been retired today. 3 for 3 for the senior shortstop, the Alabama Birmingham commit. He's going to see pitchers even better than this in Division I ball. And the offering. Fastball is inside. He almost leaned into it because he thought initially that it was a breaking ball. It is 2-2. And that wind swirling even more. Carrera gets the sign. The offering. Fastball is upstairs. Ball 3, strike 2. And this pitcher, Carrera, operating out of the windup. Can he come all the way back and walk him? Shelton awaits. 3-2 pitch. Swung on and lifted foul down the left side. A slow curveball. And Braxton gave that a significant ride. And it's still 3-2 to Braxton Shelton. The Bee Diggers' biggest lead is right now. They've been up 4-0, 5-1, and now 7-3. Can Shelton extend the advantage? The pitch swung on and lifted foul and out of play again. What a quality at bat this is. This will now be the 10th pitch of the plate appearance to Braxton Shelton. They need new baseballs. That's how extended this appearance has been. Caden Lefevre at third. He's the courtesy runner for Griffith, who had a base hit earlier in this inning. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Shelton, the right-hander, to the plate. Swung on and tapped foul. It went off his bat twice. On the slow breaking ball, 3-2. Now, either way, this is a quality at bat no matter what happens to Braxton here. He's just battling. Carrera ready. 3-2 pitch. Swung on and lifted right side. That's going to be a play on the right side of the infield. The first baseman and the pitcher converge, and the pitcher makes the catch. That should have been Spitz's ball, and somehow Carson Carrera was able to make the play. Yeah, crazy, crazy wind conditions here in Lamar. Normally that's made by the first or second baseman, and Carrera was able to make the catch. The Bee Diggers stranded runner at third. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. And they have left 8 on base through 4 1/2 innings. But Brush does have the lead from Merchants Park at Lamar. It's the Bee Diggers 7, the Lamar Savages 3. You're listening to Brush Bee Digger Baseball on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. A number of changes for the Bee Diggers. Sam Metlin into the game for the first time. He's now on the mound. Alejandro Matos Garcia goes to third, and K-Dog, Caden Moriarty, is in center field. It'll be the heart of the order for Lamar. Tyler McTaggart, Coy Spitz, and Riker Radcliffe. The Bee Diggers up 7-3. The pitch by the right-hander Metlin is a fastball for a strike on the inner half. No balls and 1 strike. Metlin pitched a gem against Faith Christian a couple of Fridays ago in a 3-2 victory. And the offering. Swung on, popped up, foul as it drifts out of play. Metlin with an ERA of 3.5. He did pick up the victory, of course, that complete game win. McTaggart has bunted out and doubled. And Metlin to the plate. Swinging a foul to the screen. Went with a fastball at the letters. It remains at 0-2. Yeah, thanks to all those who participated in Bee Digger shout-outs this afternoon. No balls and 2 strikes. You get these guys out now, 3, 4, and 5. Then you're in business going into the 6th. The offering. That is just inside. Oh, Metlin painted that pitch beautifully, but it was inside. Griffith framed it nicely, but it missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sam Metlin with a pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball, up and in, and there's 1 down. Well, the numbers on Hundo, he went 4 innings, 73 pitches, 39 strikes, 34 balls. 3 runs, all earned, 5 strikeouts, 4 hits, 4 walks. He is the pitcher of record. A double and a walk here for Coy Spitz. Right-handed hitter of the pitch. Swung on and lifted into left center field. That's got some carry to it. Moriarty to his right in the gap. Reaches out and makes the catch. Caden Moriarty with closing speed. Oh. Stacy, I can hear you from Brush or wherever you are. I mean, that was hit a long way towards the gap, 370 some odd feet away. And K-Dog chased it down with no trouble. 2 down. Man, that is a play. That's a major league play there. Here's Riker Radcliffe, 0 for 2 the pitch. And the breaking ball is outside, 1 ball and no strikes. And this is what you want of your Brush. Quick outs. Quick outs and get to the plate and try to stretch out the advantage. Metlin ready. Metlin comes home. Fastball is outside. 2-0. The Bee Diggers just 7 outs away. I don't know why I'm counting outs this early. Maybe because I want to get back on the road. With a Bee Digger victory behind us, the pitch swung on line. That's going to be into left center and caught by Schwint. That ball was ticketed for a double, and Schwint caught it off one knee in the left center field gap on a 2-0 pitch. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Sam Metlin, which ended with that sinking line drive. 5 complete in Lamar. It's the Bee Diggers 7, the Savages 3 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Coy Spitz is the new pitcher for Lamar. And let's see, Eric Aguilar is going to first base now. At third, looks like that's Austin Thacker. They're moving all types of players around. But Carrera is back at short. He was the third pitcher. Keep in mind that the Bee Diggers scored in each of the first 4 innings, were shut down by Carrera in the 5th. As they carry a 7-3 lead, 4, 5, and 6. As Cesar Hinojos will now hit, followed by Caden Moriarty and Hondo. Tom Odell takes his spot in the third base coaching box. B&B Appliance, from refrigerators to vacuums and everything in between. They have exactly what you need and service it too. B&B Appliance. Swung on, grounded foul up the third base side. And I'll say it from here. Vamos, mijo. Cesar popped to short. And then he popped to left before doubling. Breaking ball is in the dirt. A ball in the strike. And rarely do you see a guy hitting under 300 in the 4-hole, but Cesar's got that it factor. Pitches high, 2-1. He can operate from any spot in the lineup. 2 balls and 1 strike. Hinojos, Moriarty, and Maltos Garcia. K-Dog had that big 2-run single to extend the lead. The pitch swung on and lifted on the left side. That ball's got some carry to it in the outfield. The outfielder's converging to the track. It's gone! Holy mahungus! That ball just kept flying and flying and flying. Cesar with his second home run of 2022. And Brush now leads Lamar 8-3 in the 6th inning. Holy mahungus, just running out of room. I'm telling you, that was a wind-aided home run as McTaggart and Buxton just watched the ball fly over the wall. Cesar with his second hit of the game as well. Here's K-Dog. Man, I cannot believe that carried out. I mean, if you're watching the game from my vantage point, you figure that's a routine fly ball. Swung on. That's driven into the right center field gap. That's going to find a hole. That one is off the middle of the wall. K-Dog around first into second with a double. And the Beat Diggers have begun the 6th inning with a 4-bagger and a 2-bagger. And Moriarty's now 2 for 2. If he had more trajectory on that, that might have gone. Took 1 hop and crashed up against the middle of the wall. Hondo is 0 for 3. He's grounded twice to the right side and popped out. Let's see, El Mijo went deep with a home run. The pitch, curveball, bounces away. And now to third is Moriarty on the wild pitch. Brush is not messing around here. You know, because they know that they have stranded 8 on base. They have wasted too many opportunities. They know that the time is right now. They have their biggest lead. The infield is playing halfway. The offering. And that is a strike from Spitz. 1 ball and 1 strike. Coy Spitz, the right-hander. Looks into Hondo, the pitch. Breaking ball is up and in. Ball 2, strike 1. 4 pitchers, and Spitz has not thrown this year. The pitch. That's a strike with a fastball in the outside corner. Took something off it. Ball 2, strike 2. Hinojos homer to begin the inning. Then the double by Moriarty is at third after the wild pitch. The offering. Fastball is upstairs. Braxton Shelton has 14 RBIs on the season. Hondo with 13. He could tie Braxton here with a sac fly or a base hit. And he awaits the 3-2. Swing and a miss on a fastball above the letters. Hondo strikes out. He's now 0 for 4, and there's 1 down for Ivan, who walked, reached on air, and then struck out looking. Infield still playing halfway. I'm surprised they're not coming all the way in. The offering. That fastball's on the outside corner for a strike. Spitz trying to trying to find the zone now and is doing a better job of it. No balls and one strike. K-Dog off of third. The stretch in the offering. Curveball is a little bit down and away. Count level at 1-1. Spitz is not allowing us to breathe here. He's just picking up that baseball and firing. He gets the sign. Chest level with a glove. The offering. Curveball is a little bit high. That barely missed. Ball 2, strike 1. Thanks to Kevin here. The Rockies have won 3 games in a row. They beat the Rangers in 10 innings, 6-4. The pitch. Down and away. It's 3-1. And on deck is Sam Metlin. He'll hit for the first time in the game. Now the infield playing in a little bit more. The offering. Swung on line. Base hit into right field. Ivan comes through. Moriarty scores. 2 across in the 6th inning. Brush 9, Lamar 3. And he just stuck the bat out and went the other way. The Bee Diggers now have 14 hits in the game. Here's Sam Metlin after Krieger in that spot went 1 for 3. The stretch and the pitch. Swung on, popped up into foul territory, out of play, also known as territory. Yeah, Metlin got jammed on a pitch that was clearly out of the zone. No balls and 1 strike. Yeah, we knew that. You looked at the schedule. This was a benchmark game for Brush. Metlin awaits the pitch. Fastball is high, and the count levels at 1-1. Lamar has lost 3 games. 2 of them have been close. They did lose 10-0 to Sterling. That's why the Bee Diggers, and that's Brush's next opponent, throw to first back in standing. Now, that was a neutral site game at the Hampton Inn Classic in La Junta. And Sterling's pitching has been very good this year. Those 2 games against Sterling are going to be really tough games for both teams. Up and in. Thursday in Brush at 4 o'clock. With Kevin Fergus on 10:10, and I'll be in Sterling on Saturday morning at 11 o'clock. 2 balls and 1 strike. Brush 9, Lamar 3. 1 on, 1 out, 2 across in the 6th. Swung on, grounded left side. Carrere to his right, backhands it. Drops, throws to second, and that's going to be into right field. And that's going to allow a run to score. Ivan is going to step on third. Ivan's going to be sent to the plate. Let's see him. They're going to get Metlin home. He's rounding third, headed towards the plate, the throw, the slide, and he is going to be out. Metlin is out at the plate. No RBI. That'll be an error on the throw by the shortstop Carrere, and the Bee Diggers now lead 10-3. And the 4th error of the game on that ground ball. But unfortunately, Metlin was thrown out. 9-2, I believe, was how you score it there. Aggressive base running, 2 down. But Brush is up by 7. Here's Caden Schwint, who singled, walked, and struck out. And he was out by about 3 or 4 feet. It wasn't really that close. And the pitch. Swung on and lifted foul and out of play off to the left. And that's one of the big differences in this game besides the Bee Diggers with 10 more hits. They have also, there's an error on the board. Yeah, it should be an error, the pitch. And the breaking ball is a strike. Yeah, Brush does have an error on a pickoff that I forgot to put up there. Counted no balls and 2 strikes. And the offering. And called strike 3. Wow. Wow. Caden Schwinn has wondered, that's a strike? Yeah, they haven't been calling that all game long. That looked like it was well off the plate. And that ends the top of the 6th inning. Caden's had a good game, though. 3 runs on 3 hits. There was an error, and the bases were left empty. The Bee Diggers carry a 7-run lead into the bottom of the 6th inning in Lamar. It's Brush 10. The Lamar Savages 3 from Merchants Park on 1010 KSIR, on the TuneIn app, and on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Brush 10, Lamar 3. Let's head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Sam Metlin beginning his 2nd inning of work. And he faces Austin Thacker. 6, 7, and 8 for Lamar, with Eric Aguilar waiting to hit next. And Metlin to the plate. Fastball is a strike. When I look at this team as opposed to 3 other teams that went to the state tournament for Brush in the 2010s, the 2012 and 2015 teams lost in the finals to Eaton. 2013 went 1-2. And the offering and the breaking balls in the dirt. 2 things stand out with this team. They have more pitching depth than any of those 3 teams. There's no question about it. More pitching depth and more power with all the home runs they've hit. Swung on and fisted down the left field line, and that is fair. And that one's headed for the corner. Thacker's around first. Schwinn gets the ball back in, but too late. It'll be a leadoff double for Austin Thacker. Here's Eric Aguilar, who singled and walked. He drove in a run with that base hit. But that guarantees nothing. You have pitching depth. You hit a lot of home runs. You still got to win some big games like today. They don't have Eaton left on the schedule during the regular season. Eaton beat them twice. The pitch, swing and a miss with a fastball down the middle. It's 0-1. Lamar with that base hit, only their 5th of the game. And again, Brush is just looking for outs. That's it. It doesn't matter how they get them. Metlin to the plate. Swung on and fisted foul, and had a play off to the right. No balls and 2 strikes. Nothing is comfortable against a quality opponent. Brush 10, Lamar 3 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Metlin picked up a strikeout in the 5th inning. Looks back. The pitch. Curveball is up and in. It is 1-2. B-Digger pitching so far in this game has generated 6 strikeouts, 5 by Hondo. Metlin with a 1-2. Swing and fouled off the end of the bat. Went with a breaking ball. He barely got a piece of it. In fact, I thought he had him struck out. Count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. The only inning Brush was shut out in was the 5th inning. He scored a run in the 1st inning, 3 in the 2nd, a run in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th. The pitch, or 2 in the 6th, that is, down and away with a fastball. Lamar with a run in the 2nd and 2 in the 3rd. Brush looking to shut down Lamar for the 3rd straight inning. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Eric Aguilar. Metlin looks back to the plate. Swung on and fouled to the screen. Went with a fastball down the middle at the knees. Games like this are never quick because every pitch is so big. Looks like there's some activity down the right field bullpen. But I don't know if that's for a JV game. They'll be playing here soon. That might be for JV. No, they're not. No, Jace Krieger's warming up. Okay, that's good. That's for this game. The stretch. And the pitch. Swung on, grounded to short, backhanded. No, a base hit. Shelton Dove couldn't get it. Runner to 3rd. Braxton did everything he could, but it found the hole. And that's 2 base hits to begin the inning for Lamar. So Thacker at 3rd, Aguilar at 1st. And here's Deshaun Martinez, who has struck out and singled. Again, if you're Metlin, just have him hit it. That one was hit in the perfect spot. You'd love something right up the middle to Shelton to thwart this rally. The pitch, fastball is up and away. 1 ball and no strike, so Krieger is ready to come in. Should Metlin falter after pitching really a spotless 5th inning. But a different story so far in the 6th. The offering, swing and a miss. One with a fastball, challenged him thigh high. It's 1-1. This was a 4-run game on 3 different occasions, and then the B-Digger stretched it out even more. To the plate. Strike 2. Same pitch, different location. Went away from the middle of the plate and hit the corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. With Tragan Duarte on deck. Yeah, you can't allow the first 3 to reach. This is such a huge pitch coming up. Here it is. Swing and a miss on a fastball up and in. Martinez strikes out, 1 down. Strikeout number 2 for Metlin, number 7 for Beat Digger pitching, and that was located immaculately. And Duarte has struck out twice looking. So that's a good sign here for Metlin. Runner still at the corners. Metlin comes home. Swung on and grounded foul up the third base side. No balls and 1 strike. You got some good baseball coming up for Brush. 2 games against Sterling, 2 against University. You have a couple against Valley later on and 2 against Strasburg. I mean, those should be victories, but in this sport, you never take anything for granted. In fact, any game could be losable if all of a sudden you start clowning around and develop bad habits. The offering. And that one skips all the way to the screen. That's going to score a run. Thacker crosses home plate in the wild pitch. Aguilar to second. It's 10-4. Brush. And that takes the double play out of the equation. 1 ball and 1 strike. Lamar scored for the first time since the 3rd inning. Yeah, Sam just has to attack the strike zone now. That's all he's got to do. Looking back. The pitch in the dirt, blocked by Griffith. 2-1. That's the other thing. You feel most comfortable pitching on your home diamond, which this is not. That's why road wins are that much bigger. The offering, not even close. Down and away. And Metlin behind the number 9 hitter who struck out twice, 3-1. Metlin has yet to walk a hitter. And that's a strike with a fastball at the knee. He's got the bottom of the zone. 3 balls and 2 strikes. This pitch could make it more interesting for Lamar. We'll find out. The 3-2 swung on, grounded foul up the third base side. Tried to bust him in with a fastball. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 on. 10-4 Brush in the bottom of the 6th inning. Metlin to the plate. Swung on, fisted foul, and out of play off to the right. It remains at 3-2. Yeah, I don't know if Krieger's going to come in, but he's already warmed up and ready to go. The pitch swung on and lifted right side and out of play. Just stuck his bat out there, and it's on top of the net. Man, quality pitch thrown by Metlin, but Duarte's taking these half swings right now, just getting a piece of the baseball. 3-2. Metlin comes home. Swung on and fouled to the screen. He's just challenging him. Fastball after fastball after fastball. Stays at 3-2. You are going to have to face the meat of the order at some point because we're only in the 6th inning with 1 out. It's 10-4 Brush. Leading in Lamar. Pitch to Duarte. That is a called strike 3. He has struck out 3 times looking. That was a fastball at the knees on the outer half, and there's 2 down. Sam Metlin with 2 strikeouts in the inning. Here is Carson Carrere. He has grounded to second, walked and scored. And a pop-up in shallow right center that was caught by Hinojos on a sparkling play. Keep it at 10-4, then you're in good shape. The pitch. And the bender, I believe, hit him. It did. Got him on the foot. Went with a curveball, and it curved right into his lower body. 1st and 2nd. And Cale Buxton is now going to hit. Buxton has struck out twice, and in between those walked Maybe this is the hitter you want up there. Righty against righty. He just hit a left-handed hitter. Madeline comes home. Swung on and fisted foul and out of play behind the press box. It's 0-1. The game is approaching the 2-hour mark. Buxton with that slightly close stance, which you rarely see. That means that front foot closer to the plate than the back foot. The pitch in the dirt, blocked by Griffith. 1 ball and 1 strike. A wild pitch has scored the only run in the bottom of the 6th inning. And the Bee Diggers with a 10-4 lead. Furthest road trip of the year, the regular season that is. The pitch swung on and chopped over the mound. Oh, gloved by the pitcher. And Metlin makes a nice play as he leaped and was able to stab that ball out of the air. And he throws out K.O. Buxton, and that does it for Lamar in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error and 2 left. We head to the 7th. It's Brush 10, Lamar 4 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Brush 10, Lamar 4. Let's head to the 7th. For the Bee Diggers, it'll be Ty Griffith, Kyle Wellen, and Braxton Shelton. Braxton will have one more opportunity to extend his home run streak. He's homered in 4 straight games. The 3rd hitter due up in the inning. Griffith has grounded to 3rd, delivered a 2-run triple, and grounded to the left side again and singled. So Coy Spitz, who came into the game on the hill in the 6th inning and allowed a couple of runs, getting ready to face Griffith. I'm not sure why we have the delay. Normally it's about a minute in between half innings. We've gone closer to 2 here. And here's Griffith. Bee Diggers have come out swinging with 14 hits. They've stranded 8. Lamar stranded 7. Getting the sign of Spitz in the offering. Swung on and tapped foul off the right foot of Griffith. No balls and 1 strike. We'll have every game during the baseball season right here on 1010 KSIR. Of course, into the postseason as well for the Bee Diggers, which that begins in mid-May. The pitch. Breaking ball is up and away. 1-1. To Ty Griffith, the only junior in the starting lineup. All the others are seniors. He's going to have to carry the load next year. The offering. Swing and a miss and a fastball up and in. A ball and 2 strikes to Griffith. Spitz gets the sign. Turns and fires. Curveball is lifted into shallow right center field. Out goes the second baseman Martinez. And did he make the catch? Or did it drop? Nope, it dropped for a base hit. Boy, he picked it up right off the bounce, and Griffith now has 3 hits in the game. Let's see, he's going to run for himself. Caden Lefevre was out there earlier. The Bee Diggers now with 15 hits. Here's Kyle Wellen. Wellen with a double, a single, and 2 pop-ups is 2 for 4. Step off, no throw. Yeah, I can't wait for the Braxton at bat. He's probably thinking about it now. The pitch. Swung on and grounded right side. Could be 2. Martinez to second for 1. And the throw to first. And that is a double play. 4-6-3. And there's 2 down. More the reason now that Shelton is thinking about going deep. He's got 2 outs and the base is empty. Braxton is 3 for 4. And the pitch swung on and popped up, and that ball's got some carry to it, but I don't think it's going to be deep enough into the left center field gap, and that ball is going to drop in there for a base hit, and Braxton to second. It was shy of the warning track. That's a pop fly double. And here's Cesar. Yeah, he definitely got underneath it. That'll end his streak. but he does pick up a double there for Brush's 16th hit and his 4th hit of the game. Man, I don't know if Buxton couldn't spot it at all. The pitch, McTaggart actually ran more, and that's in the dirt. Sessa has popped out twice, doubled, and he homered in his last at-bat over the left center field wall. That's the only homer hit in the game. Now he's got a shot to drive in Braxton. 1 ball and no strikes. Hinojosa awaits. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, down and away, 2-0. Well, maybe the Beat Diggers are not done in this inning. 2 balls and no strikes to Cesar. His first homer was also on the road against Liberty Common, and it was a grand slam. 2-0 pitch. Swag and a miss. He tried to hit that one back to Brush. That was up and in. Count level at 2-1 to Hinojosa. Spitz gets a sign. And the pitch bounces in. 3-1. Here to Cesar Hinojosa. Looking back, Spitz with a pitch. Over for a strike with a fastball. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, he's going to be looking for something fat right now. 3-2. Hinojosa waits. And the offering swung on and foul to the backstop. Count remains at 3-2 to Cesar. It'll be another payoff pitch here at the top of the 7th inning. Brush leads Lamar 10-4. Shelton off of second. Looking back. The pitch. Swinging a foul tip into the glove of the Lamar catcher, and Hinojosa strikes out. And that does it for the Beat Diggers in the top of the 7th inning. They do not score. They get a base hit. No errors, and they strand a base runner at second. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Last chance for the Savages. The Beat Diggers lead the Savages 10-4 in Lamar on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Sam Metlin going for the 3-inning save. The Beat Diggers lead the Savages 10-4. Yeah, there are some Lamar Community College records out there in left field. There's a couple of billboards in left field, and Arturo Maltos Garcia, the oldest of the 3 boys, does have a record out there, but it's over 400 some odd feet away from this vantage point, so I can see his name. But in terms of the record, I cannot distinctly point that out, and the pitch is swung on and missed. No balls and 1 strike to begin the bottom of the 7th to Dylan McTaggart. Bunted for an out, doubled, and struck out. 1 for 3. Brush with a 6-run lead. The pitch. Fastball is inside. And the count levels at 1-1. We'll keep it right here for the postgame as soon as the Beat Diggers wrap it up here in the 7th. The pitch. Swung on and drilled into right field and to his left and coming in and the ball was dropped out there by Ivan. It was right in his glove as the ball's thrown back in. Oh, that should have been caught. That's going to be an error. That's clearly an error. I don't know how Ivan dropped that. The ball was sinking, but it was right in his glove and did not look it in. Wow, that's not a good play out there by Cardenas. A ball that clearly he read perfectly off the bat, and for some reason had the ball glance off his glove. Not a good start here in this inning. Here's Coy Spitz, doubled, walked, and popped out. The pitch, and that's in the dirt. That skips to the screen on the breaking ball. And just like that on the wild pitch, McTaggart to third. Beat Diggers have committed their 2nd error of the game. One ball and no strikes. Metlin to the plate. Swung on and chopped down the third base side. Fielded by Hondo. Sets, throws, and out. Oh, that was a close play at first. Nice stretch there by Kyle Wellen. And Coy Spitz is retired. Holding up at third was McTaggart. Here is Riker Radcliffe, who's grounded out, popped out, and lined out. 0 for 3. Medlin did his job there. Should be 2 down already. But he can pick up his teammate. Swing and a miss on a fastball at the letters. It's 0-1. Bee Diggers 2 outs away from securing this victory, whether it's 10-4 or 10-5. Medlin ready. Wind and offering. Swung on and lifted into deep left center field. Way back is K-Dog to the track. And that's a home run. Riker Radcliffe has parked it, a 2-run shot over the left center field wall. Lamar has made this a 10-6 game. Austin Thacker has grounded out and doubled, so this is not over yet. Well, let's see if that's accurate for Thacker. I thought he was hitting in a different spot earlier. That's probably not accurate there for Thacker. Yeah, 1 for 2. Yeah, with a double. He's also walked in this game. And the pitch. Down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Let's not give him the victory yet, but because it's 10-6. Medlin looks in. And the pitch. That's a fastball for a strike on the inner half at the knees. The count evens at 1-1. Brush looking to hand Lamar its 4th loss of the season. Medlin ready. Kicks and fires. In the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike, and Medlin's thrown 46 pitches. He will not be available. More than likely. I don't think the plan was to pitch him on Thursday. And the offering. Swung on. That's lifted into center field. K-Dog to his right. He settles under it, makes the one-handed grab. And Thacker is out number 2 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Here's Eric Aguilar. He's had a big game. A couple of singles, drove in a run. He also walked, so he's been on base all 3 times. And Jace Krieger is going to take the mound. I think Coach Hodel very intelligently did not want Medlin to work that pitch count up, so that would not eliminate him from any game in the near future. So Krieger is now the new pitcher for the Bee Diggers. And he will try to close this out, so no save for Medlin, although he pitched relatively well. Krieger with an ERA of 10.5 in 4 appearances, so he needs a confidence booster. Just retire 1 hitter and take this back to Brush with victory number 8 of the season, or number 7, I should say, and their 5th in a row. And then hopefully to pick up number 8 at home against Sterling on Thursday. So pitching change brought to you by Greg Mullen at State Farm Insurance, another outstanding sponsor of Bee Digger Athletics. Like a good neighbor, Greg Mullen and his team are there to make the insurance world easy for you. Call 842-4555. That's 970-842-4555. Krieger will be facing Aguilar, who we just talked about, as he's about to complete his warm-ups. Yeah, the thing with the field here in Lamar, this is all chopped up. Oh, man. The grass doesn't really grow in April much, but there are patches all over the outfield. And even the infield, the clay looks nice. So once the ball hits the clay, you get true hops everywhere. Once it hits the outfield, it just rolls quickly. Righty against righty with 2 down in the 7th. Jace Krieger kicks and fires. Swung on and fouled to the backstop. No balls and 1 strike. Lamar used 4 pitchers. The Bee Diggers on their 3rd pitcher. And 2 strikes away is Brush from winning on the road. And the offering. Down and away with a fastball, and the count levels at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Eric Aguilar. Griffith puts down the sign. The pitch. Swung on, popped up. This should do it on the right side. The second baseman, Hinojos, to the left of the bag, squeezes it, makes the catch, and the Brush Bee Diggers defeat the Savages in Lamar by a score of 10-6. The Bee Digger post-game show is brought to you by Stubbs Gas and Oil. Fill up your cooler, gas up your car at Stubbs Gas and Oil. Easy and convenient. Make them the only stop you need on your way to the big game. Stubbs Gas and Oil. For the Bee Diggers, 10 runs on 16 hits, 2 errors, 9 left on base, 6 runs, 7 hits, 4 errors, 7 left on base for Lamar. The winning pitcher was Alejandro Matos Garcia. He went 4 innings for the victory. The loss went to Tyler McTaggart. Time of the game, 2 hours and 16 minutes. The Bee Diggers grabbed a 1-0 lead on Braxton Shelton's RBI double in the first inning. Ty Griffith with a 2-run triple in the second made it 3-0. They would extend the lead on Kyle Wellen's RBI single to make it 4-0. After Lamar got a run back in the bottom of the third, Ivan Cardenas hit a routine grounder to third and 2 missed throws. Scored Cardenas on that play. It was 5-1. But Lamar did rally with 2 runs in the third inning on McTaggart's 2-run double to make it 5-3. That's when Brush came back, and they would respond as they got a 2-run single for Moriarty, making it 7-3. Then it would be extended to a 10-3 lead for Brush as Hinojos hit a fly ball that landed over the left field wall to make it 8-3. Then again, Ivan with an RBI single, scoring a run, 9-3. And Sam Metlin reached due to an error, was 10-3. Lamar scored the final 3 runs. Braxton Shelton had 4 Brush's 16 hits as the Bee Diggers improved to 7-3, and Lamar drops to 8-4. We're back at it coming up on Thursday afternoon in Brush. Kevin Fergus will have the call with the Bee Diggers taking on the Sterling Tigers. I'm John Beltran from Merchants Park in Lamar. The final score once again, the Bee Diggers get the job done on the road as they defeat Lamar by a score of 10-6. Right here on your home of the Brush Bee Diggers, 1010 KSIR on the TuneIn app and on the Eastern Plains Sports Network.